Happy March. What's up, Rated Rs? If you're new here, the R is for Race Spec. This is a family-friendly channel. Well, maybe PG-13 to be safe. Friends, do me a huge favor and hit that like button because I'm an underdog versus the YouTube algorithm, and that would help me greatly. I appreciate you. So instead of getting bored watching my mug jawing, take a ride with me and enjoy some scenery as we delve into this alarming development in New York that may be coming to your town as well. Sharing my thoughts on an article from thedrive.com, New York has long attempted crackdowns on modified cars and motorcycles, both through strict exhaust noise laws with the highest fines in the country and ongoing attempts at legislation to use speed cameras to catch street racers such as yours truly. I verbally redact that information. Now it appears New York has enlisted at least one automated noise monitoring machine to enforce noise ordinances. A Sunday post from a New York City automotive Facebook group shows what appears to be a noise ordinance violation notice issued to a BMW M3, when maybe it should have been a violation of the "your car should not look like a vampire beaver" law. I kid. I have owned 4 BMW M3s, and by the way, none of them look like they could gnaw through a sequoia tree with ease. Seriously, BMW, seriously. Anyway, interestingly, there was seemingly no police officer involved. That's right, no human intervention. Instead, the notice stated that a sound meter had recorded the M3's decibel level as it drove by a traffic enforcement camera and registered its exhaust noise levels in violation of the law. The notice appears to be a second warning summons to a New York Department of Environmental Protection facility for further confirmation of exhaust noise level with an $875 penalty for non-appearance. $875? How much does it cost to swap your stock pipes back in, I wonder? But that there was also a sound meter that records the decibel level as the vehicle approaches and passes the camera. The notice and sound meter are part of a pilot program that began in September of last year. The New York DEP recently confirmed to Road and Track in an emailed statement. It's unclear whether the New York DEP, which will henceforth be known as the Department of Peeping Toms apparently, has set up these systems. However, as New York law currently only criminalizes exhausts whose noise is considered excessive or unusual and leaves discretion for enforcement up to an individual, presumably human or cyborg, police officers. Program reevaluation will occur on June 30th, according to the statement. The Drive has reached out to the New York Department of Peeping Toms for comment on the new system, but received no response by the time of publishing. While an initial revision of the Sleep Act passed last year to increase fines on loud exhausts would have used Section 386 of the Vehicle and Traffic Law, which is also cited in the notice posted to Facebook to codify exactly what excessive or unusual is defined as in decibels, the final version of the bill cut that provision and kept the excessive and unusual clause as law. As a result, it's unclear what the sensor's limits are set to or how the automated system can exercise judgment on what constitutes excessive or unusual and can be used for ticketing. The New York Department of Peeping Toms said that the program isn't related to the Sleep Act, however. This could get tricky as cars come from the factory with different exhaust loudness. A stock Toyota Camry is much quieter than a stock Jaguar F-Type, for example, and if you check out this Car and Driver instrumental test, you'll see that the McLaren 720S Spider clocks in at 99 decibels and the Mini Cooper JCW GP at 93 decibels. Still, seeing as this is just a pilot program, hopefully it means that more transparency can follow. So having personally done several exhaust reviews and used decibel meters, I can tell you that even placing them a foot away can give you different readings. So I don't see how they will ever be able to enforce this without a more precise measurement, which means they're always going to have to call you in for inspection, which will always give you time to modify your exhaust to temporarily lower your decibels. So in reality, this may just be an exercise in wasting time and taxpayer money. Now don't get me wrong, I think overly loud exhausts, for example to squeeze out 2 extra horsepower on your Honda Accord, are ridiculous. But a nice throaty Mustang GT exhaust is music to my ears. Personally, I think Mustang sound should be mandatory on all cars, but hey, that's just me, and I'm weird. I admit that my Terminioni exhaust on my Ducati Diavol without DB killers is absolutely obnoxious. So to be a good neighbor, I put the DB killers back in. In this case, I don't mind the law targeting me if I had the DB killers out, because the exhaust is literally ear-shattering as it kicks out fire. making me a veritable menace to society. I just don't want to be that guy. I'm weird, but not that weird. Well, maybe I am that weird. But I do have a problem with automated systems giving us tickets given that potentially high margin of error, so as your trusty reporter from Rated R Cars, I hereby promise to keep an eye on this. Anyway, at the very least, this may spawn a market for some quickly installable devices to temporarily lower your exhaust note, aside from the already available and expensive active exhausts like I had on my GT350. I'm thinking something for 20 bucks you can just pop in and out. For example, it takes me only 10 minutes to swap in or out my stock DB killers on my Ducati Monster 937. We'll see where the market leads us on this. Don't get me wrong, as I drive or ride by, I don't like waking up sleeping babies. And I am against obnoxiously loud or smelly exhausts. I had a BMW in front of me the other day with an aftermarket pouring out fumes so badly I could barely breathe. I wholeheartedly dislike that. Not that I'm into the whole global warming nonsense, mind you. I just don't want the stench of your BMW pipes up my nose. If I wanted to reek of putrescence, I'd get some Kamala Harris scented cologne. Hey, just joking, guys. Just a little PG-13 joke for you. Relax. But seriously, she smells. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. By the way, I like my 2022 Ducati Multistrada V4S. It's the most high-tech bike in the world and makes winter riding a breeze with its heated seats, grips, and a whole suite of tech, making it easy to ride on any terrain in any weather. If you're interested, check out my channel for more information on this beautiful high-tech bike. Anyway, share your comments and thoughts below. As always, I appreciate dialogue with you. Thank you for watching, and until next time, always remember the motto, always be kinder than necessary. I'll see you in the next one.